Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, okay, great. Thanks, Candace. Hey, Jeppa. Hey, Hillary. Okay. So, in the yogic tradition, the we have different ages, different times, and we're currently in what's known as the Kali Yuga, which is the darkest age, the age with kind of the most um, the least amount of awareness. We're in a time of the least amount of awareness, at least in human beings. And what's interesting about the yugas is they move in cycles. So we're in the middle of the Kali Yuga, but the good thing is that the Kali Yuga eventually will change and we'll have a little bit more enlightenment. Things will flow a little bit easier. So we're in this period of time when we kind of have to sync ourselves back up into our practice. Oh, you can hear me now, Tammy? Good. Okay. Let me see where the volume is on this thing. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. We're in this place where we have to, is that even better? Good. We're in this place where we have to sync ourselves back into reality, where oftentimes we can kind of feel separate from the flow of life, separate from God. And part of what has happened in this Kali Yuga is instead of having practices that bring us back into connection with God, we've been given just moral codes. Do this, don't do that. Do that, don't do that. And then most of us are just kind of going through our lives trying to not be bad people. We're just trying to like do things to not be bad. I'm just going to not do that so I can don't be bad. And we get very stuck in this polarity of being good or bad. And ultimately that doesn't really serve us. I think there's this idea that within this kind of moral code of human and of good and bad says that human beings are naturally bad and we have to somehow become good. We have to somehow move in righteous action so that we can become good. But human beings are actually hardwired for connection. They're hardwired for cooperation. They're hardwired to work with each other. And a lot of times this need to be good means that we deny our shadow. We deny the places in ourselves that are not good or nice in according to whatever the moral code of that moment is, of that society. And then part of ourselves becomes unconnected, not in flow with the rest of it. So part of our job as yogis is to guru, right? Is to shine the light into the dark. So whatever parts of ourselves we're not recognizing, we're not connecting with, part of our yogic practice is not just doing the movements and the mantras and all of that stuff, but really going into the parts of our lives that and the aspects of ourselves that we haven't shared, that we haven't brought into the light. And the light is our own consciousness, and that it's also community, bringing into community. The Aquarian age is really about community. So I really encourage that you find a way that all of these kind of shameful, dark places in yourself that have been labeled bad for whatever reason, you can find a way to start to bring these into the light through communication, through kindness, through love. So that you can really start to integrate all of yourself. And when you're more integrated, you start to feel that flow a little bit more, that flow of life. Your natural impulses are the natural impulses of God, right? Your natural impulses are the natural impulses of the creative force of the universe, right? It's when we have the shadow stuff lurking in the darkness being like, no, do this. Don't let people know that you're this type of person, or don't let people know, people can't know that about this about you. Then we get our motivations get off a little bit. But if we're actually just in a flow, if we're in connection with ourselves, we're with all parts of ourselves, and we're in connection with God because we are part of God. We are part of that creative force. So today we're going to do a practice. It's a little bit more meditative. We'll do some warm-ups, and then the practice is a little more meditative, really connecting with the sound current of sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, infinity, the all that is. Ta, life. Na, death. And Ma, rebirth. So really connecting ourselves with those flowing cycles, moving between those different aspects that we're already naturally moving through, but just bringing some more awareness and consciousness through it, and really allowing our bodies to relax into their natural state, not having to prove or be anything else, but just really relax into ourselves with this very rhythmic Bij mantra. All right, let's tune in. So find yourself in a comfortable position, comfortable seat, the legs crossed, close the eyes and just connect with yourself. And connect with all of yourself. This is part of the practice, is that we start to connect with all the sensations in our body. And we don't label parts of our sensation good, and we don't label part of our sensations bad. That's part of how we start to get out of this polarity ping pong between good and bad, heroes and villains, righteous and wrong. For in that polarity, there will always be separation. Let's bring the palms together, uniting our two polarities, our right and our left, here at heart center, recognizing that the place where we can come into that oneness is our heart. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Through the nose, exhale. And then inhale deeply to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgaren Nama, Jugadgaren Nama, Sadgaren Nama, Siddhi Gurudev Nama. Adgaren Nama, Jugadgaren Nama, Sadgaren Nama, Siddhi Gurudev Nama. Adgaren Nama, Jugadgaren Nama, Sadgaren Nama, Siddhi Gurudev Nama. Inhale. Take a nice deep full breath in. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Lift the eye gaze up to the point in between the two eyebrows at the third eye center. Press the palms just gently against each other and then into the chest. Hold the breath a little bit longer. And exhale, relax the hands down. Let the hands come down onto the knees. Let's go straight into our warm-up. So we'll start with Sufi grind. So if you're on a cushion or something, you can go ahead and release that, let it go behind you. Come just down onto the floor. Really grab onto your knees. Use your hands to really grab onto the knees. And then we'll start to make big circles with the pelvis going in one direction. Just starting in one direction. Inhaling as the body comes forward. Exhaling as the body rounds back. And then next time you come forward, start turning in the other direction, doing goofy grind in the other direction, really moving the pelvis. Hands help you move, arms and hands help you to move the body around in these circles. And just start to set the intention and trust that as you do this practice, as you live your life, the parts of you that are not really you, that aren't in alignment with you, that are no longer necessary, they're just gonna shed, just gonna fall. And you'll be fine with whatever is let go of. Thinking about these beautiful flowers that have to open up and break through their shells for the blooms to come out and the petals to come out. And then there's a certain point where actually the petals need to fall. The petals need to be shed. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the petals. Doesn't mean they weren't beautiful. There's a certain point where things need to be released, where something new can be created. Just trust in this process, in this practice of letting go. The practice will naturally let go of what's no longer serving. You don't have to force it to let go. It'll just fall away with the practice. And what needs to be born will be born. Come to center, take a big deep breath in, feel the spine grow nice and tall. Gently lift the pelvic floor, keep the breath in, focus the eyes up at the third eye center. And exhale, release. Go ahead and crawl forward. Come into tabletop pose. We're gonna do cow and cat. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Really open up the fingers, spread the fingers wide, press the fingers into the ground, get some weight out of the wrist. Now lift the head up. Exhale, round into cat pose. I'm gonna stay in this cat-cow for a while, so take your time with it. Really feel into all parts of the spine as we're getting started with it. Feeling that the hips move, feeling the heart move, the lower back move, the opening across the chest and in the neck, the cervical spine. Or to sense into all of that, opening up, pulsing back and forth like a wave. Start to deepen your breath here. And hear your breath as a mantra. The inhale is a sat. The exhale sounds like a nam. Connecting your mind to the breath. Hearing the breath. Inhaling sat. Exhaling nam. Keep the rhythm. Maybe exaggerate the movement even more, deepen the breath even more. Inhale into cow pose. Lift the head up, lift the sits bones up, drop your belly down. Feel like somebody's sitting on your back. Your shoulders are pulling back, your chest is open. Exhale, lift that person off your back, lift them up as high as you can into the air. Squeeze your tailbone, tuck your chin. Inhale, come back into cow pose. Tuck your toes in cow pose, so tuck your toes under. Feet should be about hips distance apart. Again, really spread into those fingers, press into the fingers. Start to straighten your legs out, lifting the hips up into the air. We're gonna come into triangle pose. It's like a short stance, downward facing dog. Press into the hands. Lift the hips up as high as you can in the air and feel that stretch in the backs of the legs. We can walk this out a little bit here, so you can bend one knee, feel that stretch in the other side deeper. And go side to side, feeling that nice big stretch in the backs of the legs, feeling that head below the heart. Start to slow down your walk. Now really let your head hang, feel that opening in the back of the neck. Then let's start to walk the hands in towards the body to lift the hips up higher into a forward fold. So walk your hands in towards your feet. Just hold in this forward fold for a moment. Start to let some of that tension go from sleep or from the day. And then let's slowly start to stack the spine back up. Start at the base of the spine, start to come back up. As we come up, we'll cross the thumbs, lift the arms up over the head, lift the chest up and come into a slight backward bend. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, let's come into a forward fold again. Exhaling, bringing the hands down, letting the hands make contact with the ground. If you need to bend your knees to do that, do that. And then slowly again, inhaling, lifting yourself up, coming back up to the standing. Lift the arms up over the head, come in that slight backward bend, exhale forward. So start to move with your own breath between these very simple sun salutations. Connecting with the energy of the sun this day. Putting a little humility, a little devotion, a little gratitude into your practice. Bowing to that sun, feeling that stretch in the backs of the legs. As you come down, feeling that heart open as you come up. Again, inhale up. Let's all inhale up. Get a little bit deeper into that back bend. Exhale, come forward. Allow your hands to sweep down to the side. Let the arms relax by the side for a few breaths. Just stand with the eyes closed. Deep breaths in and out, feeling that movement of energy up and down the spine. And maybe there's still some tension in your body. That's totally fine. Again, we're trying to not label something as negative or not supposed to be there. If there's still tension, you just experience the places where there's tension. If there's flow, you experience the places where there's flow. All right, let's spread the feet wide this time, about 2 feet apart from each other. Bring your arms out parallel to the ground. This is our inhale, nice wide arms, stretching the fingers to the side. Exhale, bring the right hand over towards the left foot as you come into a forward fold. Lift that left arm up into the air. Inhale, back up to standing. Exhale, go over to the other side, touching the left foot to the right toe. Inhaling up, exhaling into the forward fold. So really engage your core here so that your core is engaged. You're protecting your lower back as you move up and down. Try to keep those arms in one unit. So there's a bit of a torso twist that happens as you go up and down. Now I want you to increase your breath, double the breath. Get more breath coming in and out and hear that sound current again. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Hearing it on the breath, in your mind. And inhale up to standing. Stretch your arms nice and wide. Feel the fingers stretching to the either side. Hold the breath for a moment. Exhale, drop the arms down. Let's come sitting down on the knees in rock pose. Sitting on your heels, knees out in front of you. Just do one more little warm-up exercise. Hands on the thighs. Inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, drop the shoulders down. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down. And inhale, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Hold. Exhale, relax. Let's drop the shoulders down the back. Sit with the eyes closed. Again, connect with all the sensations with a neutral mind. Sit to one side of your hips and extend your legs out and come and lay down on your back. Relax on your back. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Keep those deep breaths as you start to move your fingers and start to move your toes. And circle your wrists, opening up the wrists in both directions. And start to circle your ankles. And bring the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your knees. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's just rock side to side here. Rocking that lower back a little bit. And then start to rock up and down the length of your spine. And we're going to come up into a seat. So this is like a meditation set that we're going to be working through. Different pranayama, different exercises, but it's more of a meditation than it is like a physical, super physical kriya. It's very interesting. I got this compilation of all of these handwritten notes from Kundalini Yoga, like the original notes from the classes. And I found this practice and I did it last week and I enjoyed it. And then yesterday I was like, oh, what should we do? What practice should we do? And, sometimes I just intuitively go to different books and I was like, oh, I'm really drawn to this book. And I was like, let me just see what I open up. And I opened up this exact same practice, but the one that was written down. And I've never seen this practice ever before in like the many years I've done Kundalini Yoga. So we had to do this practice. I don't know why, but we had to do this practice. This is the one that's called for right now. So we're going to start in Virasana. So in Virasana, your left heel is going to be right underneath your perineum, if you can get it. So you're going to bend your left knee and try to sit on the perineum. Your right leg is going to be bent, but the foot is going to be flat out in front of you. So if you can get yourself into this position, try that. You can also use a cushion to kind of aid you if you're really unbalanced here. If this is really hard for you, what you could do is also have the left leg bent. You'd be sitting up on a cushion and have the right knee bent like this, okay? So just find which version works for you. And you can spread the feet further in front of you if it's super uncomfortable for you. But find the position that's going to work for you for our first couple parts of this practice. Then we're going to interlace the finger or interlace the arms and just kind of rest the arms on top of that right leg, that right knee. Go ahead and close the eyes. We're going to start to work with that mantra, sa, ta, na, ma. You're going to segment the breath, 4 parts in, sa, ta, na, ma, and then stroke the breath out, 4 parts out, sa, ta, na, ma. So it's 4 parts in, 4 parts out. So start to find that rhythm with yourself, mentally vibrating the mantra, sa, ta, na, ma on the inhale and on the exhale. Silently chanting, starting to work with this Bij mantra, these seed sounds. Really nice. Anytime we segment the breath like this, we're really helping us to get into a relaxed state of mind. Come into the parasympathetic. Continue the breath as it is. Stay in the same position with your legs, but start to lift your arms up into the air, palms face up into the air, and lift the arms up to a 60-degree angle. So arms are reaching up higher than they are over. This would be 0 degrees, this would be 30, finding that 60 degrees. Palms facing up towards the sky and towards each other, in alignment with the arms. And keep that breath going. Mentally vibrating sa, ta, na, ma with the 4 segmented breath in and out. Really stretch those arms up. Commit to reaching those arms up. The longer, the higher the arms, the more lifted you'll feel, the more you'll be able to stay in this position, to let the energy flow, support you in it. Keep that breath nice and stable. Help keep the mind calm as you hold this more challenging position. Inhale, reach the arms into that 60 degrees, stretch the arms. Exhale, slowly relax the arms down. Slowly extend both your legs out in front of you. You can gently bounce the knees. And we're going to come sitting back on both heels now. Coming and sitting on both heels in rock pose. And the knees out in front of you. Let the hands come onto the thighs. And exhale, bring your forehead down to the ground. Inhale, bring yourself sitting up back tall again. Exhale, bring the forehead down as close to the ground as possible. Inhale, come sitting back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And inhale and stay sitting up tall. Exhale here. And just let your breath come back to normal. Let your awareness move around the body to the whole experience of self. I'm gonna move some anger. So make your hands into fists. Let your arms rest by your side. On your inhale, you're going to punch your left arm forward. On your exhale, the right arm comes forward. So you're going to alternate inhale, exhale, exhale. Left on the inhale, right on the exhale. Go. So we've been really subtle up to this point in this set. Now you can really start to move some energy. So put some vitality You can even put some emotion into this to start to move the energy in the body. Yeah, keep it going. Put energy into it. Move, move. Come on, 20 more seconds. Three, two, one. Relax the arms. And then come onto your back and bring your knees into your chest. So lay down on the back, bend your knees, wrap your arms around your knees. Squeeze the knees in towards the chest and just hold them there gently and relax here on your back. Start to breathe long, slow, and deep breaths. And I'll start to extend your legs straight up into the air. I want you to grab and reach for your toes. So it's going to lift your shoulders off of the ground and you're going to kind of hang down from your legs. So straighten those legs out, try to reach for those toes, grab on and just hold on to those toes. Keep the long, deep breathing going. So your shoulders should come off of the ground. Your head will come off of the ground because you're reaching up and kind of hanging down from the legs. Long, deep, slow breathing. Just 10 more seconds. Really nice inhale. And exhale, bring those knees back into the chest, relax the head back down. Rock up and down the spine and come up into easy pose, coming into a cross-legged position. And we're really going to start to integrate what we've done so far by using the sound current. So left hand comes on the chest, right hand comes on top of that. Going to cross the hands on top of your heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Close the eyes. We'll start to chant that mantra sa, ta, na, ma out loud. Take a deep breath in. Sa, ta, na, ma. 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 Sa, ta, na, Satanama. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to go back into chanting, connecting with the sun and the moon now through the sound Ra for the sun and Ma for the moon. So we'll chant Ra, 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 Ma, 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 and then go back to that same Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Take a deep breath in. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Ra, 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 Ma, 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 Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands relax down. Bring the fingers into Gyan Mudra. Index finger and thumb touch. The rest of the fingers are straight. Let the hands just relax on the knees. Stay sitting up tall. Line your teeth up. So your front teeth are lined up together, right on top of each other. Close the mouth. Take the eye gaze, focus down at the tip of the nose, looking down the sides of the nose at the tip of the nose. I'm going to do the same breath exercise that we started with in this set. Inhaling in 4 parts, sa, ta, na, ma through the nose, and exhaling through the nose, sa, ta, na, ma. Mentally vibrating. 4-part inhale, 4-part exhale. Keep going. Go back to that mantra. Get more and more subtle. Let the mantra carry you through as your body gets more and more relaxed. As your mind gets more and more relaxed. Relax the breath. Just allow the breath to come back to normal. Now just sit in silence, meditating silently. Let the hands come back into prayer pose. Elbows out to the side, keeping the shoulders relaxed on the back. Combine that sound current of those seed sounds, sa, ta, na, ma, into the vibration of sat, nam, divine truth, recognizing divine truth within ourselves, within the other, revealing itself through our awareness. Take a deep breath in. Sat Nam Sat Nam Sat Nam. Lifting the hands up to the third eye and bowing the head forward. Sana.